Hello there, fishing friends, and if you're new here, welcome. So in today's video, we're going to continue the Canada DLC tour, and I'm going to go to location number 4. So let's go ahead and bring up Canada, and go to location 4. I believe, yes, because I did Whetstone Lake. Yes, so now we're doing Tenquille Lake. Alright, well, let's go head out there and see what fish I'm missing. Okay, so here we are on location 4. Let's take a look around here. We got some wildlife over there. Oh, I got some wildlife behind me as well. Yep, stay over there. I'm not going to bother you. You don't bother me. Alright, pretty cool little area. Alright, so let's see what fish I'm missing. So we have a small, rare. The first one we'll go for. And then we have, looks like going to be another small fish. Got dough ball on the bottom and worm. We got for there, dough ball on the top. Alright. And let's see, got a couple on this page. Grasshopper and worm on the bottom. Alright, I'm guessing that's going to be large, I'm thinking. That's large. That might be medium. Actually, Dolly Varden Trout, is that medium size? That might be a medium size. We'll look and see if it's a medium or not. And then one more on the bottom. Ooh, we're going to have the first epic of this series. So, yeah, let's see what we got. Shiner and worm. And it's going to be in the middle, so there should be some bubbles. Alright, well, let's go ahead and head to page 1. I'll use dough ball on top. You could use whopper plopper on top. Going for the small... Yep, nah, I'm just going to do dough ball on top. So let me switch over to float fishing. Dough ball's right there. I go on top. And... Alright, I have a small green one right there, dough ball on top. Let's see if that's it. Since it's a rare, I can still use my fish finder. That was a pretty quick bite right there. And I'll bring this one in. That's probably it. This one was really easy. I didn't even have to do any reset. Sure enough, red-sided shiner. And yeah, there it is. We got a little red side. Alright, we'll go ahead and keep that one. And we'll go for the next one. Let's see, the next one was dough ball and worms. I'll just go ahead and continue to use my dough ball. It's going to be a small one as well, I'm guessing. So on the bottom and middle. So there's one right there that's on the bottom or middle. That actually is pretty dark, so I'm guessing that's on the bottom. So I am going to drop my line down, and it's probably right out maybe where those bubbles are at. Let me bring it up here to those bubbles and see if that's it right there. Yep. That was a pretty quick bite. And it's a small little splash. Just be bringing this one in quickly and easily. That sure looks like it. Coastrange Sculpin. Personal best. Fish number 1. So that is it. Alright. Little Sculpin. We'll keep you. And we're heading to the next one. What is the next page got for us? That's the one that I'm not sure if it's a large or a medium. I don't remember if pink salmon was large or not. So, let's see, grasshopper and worm. Are there any other that are grasshopper worm that I can switch between? Alright, so that's how we're going to find it. We're going to switch between grasshopper and worm. And just make sure the same one stays green on worm. And grasshopper, I got one right there. And let's see, was it on the bottom or middle? Yep, bottom or middle. So that is probably it there. That one is definitely in the middle. That one's on the bottom. You can see how much darker that one is than that one. So I'm going to bring my line up to the middle and cast out. See where that swirl is out there? It's going to be right next to it. So that's that big red one that's out there. And it should, yep, it's getting it right there. It's running, so I'm guessing that's a large fish. Oh, I guess it was a large fish when I was looking on the fish finder. Duh. So yeah, this one was a large fish. The epic's going to take a little bit more time. Hopefully not too long to catch. I have to fish in short little bursts. I can't spend a whole lot of time with my headset on. Alright, large-scale sucker. It is a very large-scale sucker, that's for sure. Alright, we'll keep that one and go for the epic. And for the epic, it's going to be in the middle using the worm or shiner. I could do spinner and minnow. So I could try to drop it down and just kind of jig it through the middle. Yeah, let's do that. Or I can aim for bubbles with the worm and the shiner and just look for a quick bite. Let me see what else do we got in the middle. So we got another epic, the northern pike, which would be in the middle with the worm or shiner. Anything else that would be a quick bite in the middle with the worm or shiner? Yeah, that one, the worm. So I could do shiner. That one's going to be a quick bite in the middle. Alright, so spinner, minnow in the middle. Let's see, do we got any minnow? Minnow in the middle would get the salmon. Minnow in the middle would get the trout. Yeah, so we get down here, we have a lot more on the minnow. That's a tough one. Spinner. I think when we get down here in the smaller ones, we'll have spinner. Well, maybe not. Let's see what we got for spinner. Spinner might be the route to go. That trout would be on the spinner in the middle. Alright, let's do that. Let's do the spinner in the middle. Dolly Varden, it's epic, but that's on top. And then the northern pike is in the middle on the spinner. It's still an epic, so even if we get the pike, it's still an epic. But we're going after this epic. So yeah, let's do spinner. And I'm going to do spinner and just kind of jig it through the middle. So let me do lure fishing, spinner, and switch to expert for the epics. And I'm going to look for some bubbles. Since it's in the middle, it will still have some bubbles. There's some bubbles out there. I'm going to let it drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just kind of jig it through the middle there. And just looking for a quick bite. There we go. There's a quick one there. Let's see what we have there. I just kind of jigged it through the middle. Just trying to keep it in the middle. Reeling it in just a little bit at a time while I'm jigging it. We'll see if we got it on. That would be awesome if we caught it first cast. But if we get one of the other epics, that's fine. It's not jumping or anything. Alright, there it goes. He just jumped. So that is a larger fish. Bring this guy in, see if this is it. I didn't look at the shadow. Nah, it's just a brown trout. Okay. Go ahead and keep that. And there's some bubbles out there. I'm going to drop it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just kind of jig it. Now you can also turn on your lure so you can see where it's at in the water. I'll show you how to do that here once I bring this in. Alright, so that's close enough. I'm going to go ahead and quick retrieve it. So just turn on baits right there, and then that'll allow you to see where your lure is at in the water itself. So I'll cast that out. And I don't know how well you'll see it on here, but I see a white lure out there in the middle of the water. I can kind of see it going down, 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 and I just hit the bottom. So I'm going to bring it up a little bit and just kind of jig it through the middle, making sure that I'm not going up to the top and not hitting the bottom. I want to try to keep it in the middle. Alright, and I'll go over here and try over here. If I don't get it on this round, I will do a reset. Show you how to do a reset and then bring you back when I do get it. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to jig it through the middle. Alright. Alright, so let me go ahead and reset it. I'm going to go from hard back to expert. And I'll do that again. I'll drop it down in the middle, jig it through, and I'll just kind of work my way across 3 or 4 casts, and then I'll bring it back once I catch it. Whew. Look at my bait going crazy. Alright, let's see if I get a quick bite there. Nope. Alright, work my way around. Quick bite. Nope. I'll work my way over here to these bubbles. Nope. Or go way past the bubbles. Or way in front of the bubbles. That's a little bit better. Quick bite. It is a quick bite. Where the bubbles were at. Let's see if I get a big bend in the pole. That was a pretty good sized bend. That was decent. I can actually see that fish underwater. It's big. Wow. Yeah, that was decent. We'll see if this is it. Now, Josh Anderson had posted a video on the Facebook page. It said that important to watch the bend in your pole because this last epic Steelhead Trout, I guess is what it is. And it's a very large fish and causes a big bend in your fishing pole. So I've been struggling, so I went out there to see if there was any tips, and I seen his video and thought I will give it a go. Now he was doing shiner on top. I switched it up to do shiner in the middle, aiming for both bubbles and swirls, and we'll see if this is it. A pretty large fish. Ka-tunk. And there it is. There's the Steelhead Trout. That is the one that has been eluding me for about a whole week now. So I finally got it. So I'll post Josh's video in the comments, and I'll put a link up here as well. Just a quick short little video. He just says to watch for your pole, make sure it's bending really, really far. I did notice a difference in the bend of my pole when I caught this guy. And yeah, and it was a pretty large fish. So go ahead and keep that. And there we go. I finally finished catching all the fish on location 4, including the Steelhead Trout. So if this video was helpful for you, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button so you can see more tips and trick videos like this in the future. Hey, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.